1,500 jobs were lost by March, and nearly 69,000 jobs were eliminated for the year. What's going on, Mutha Truckers? Welcome to Mutha Truck News. Email us at muthatruckernews@gmail.com. So we have a few things we want to talk about today. We got some new truck parking real quick that we need to talk about. We need to talk about some FMCSA waivers that they're doing. And third, we need to talk about the trucking job opportunity. I guess for March, trucking jobs went up. So I got to really think about that for a second. But let's get into today's video. The first thing that we want to talk about is Montana adds truck parking, new rest area. So they have this new spot right here. They just talked about this just recently, just within hours ago. So it's out there located on US Highway 287 near the I-90 interchange. The new facility will include many modern designs, right? So the new rest area will include 35 truck and RV parking spaces. What are your thoughts about that? Not trying to hate on RV people, but we need more truck parking. I think they should have made it all truck parking. Again, I'm being biased. Second part about that is I'll give you a list of all the stuff, LED lighting, parking sideways, blah, 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 rest area illuminator. I mean, there's all these things that they're putting into this rest area. I don't even know the price of this rest area, but every time I hear they open up a new one, it's always in the like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 million dollars to open up 35 truck parking spaces. I'm not saying that's the price, but I'm just saying, why does it cost so much for truck parking to be built? Give me $80 million. I bet you I could build more than 35 truck parking spots. But hey, we're taking what we can. Second part to that, we want to talk about the FMCSA waiver. We were in the Key Bridge, how that got knocked down by a big boat out in Baltimore. And so the FMCSA issued the waiver late Thursday night, saying most prominent among the changes is adding 2 hours to the allowed hours of daily driving under the 14-hour duty limit. So the current law allows 11 hours of driving in 14-hour day. So some of these waivers granted by the FMCSA is going to give you 2 more hours of driving. And the reason why is because business needs to keep on going on. And so it says here, the 2-hour extension will apply to accommodate rerouted from the port of Baltimore, but the definition of commodities is broad. It includes most of the key products that has been regularly imported into Baltimore shipping containers. Though Baltimore is relatively small intermodal port, fuel, and most importantly, automobiles and other roll-on and roll-off commodities such as farm equipment. So on this, it says, quote unquote, this gives some flexibility. And so if you are doing business in that area and you've been rerouted like crazy because of the Key Bridge, triple check to see if you could get yourself a couple of hours extra as well. So it's mostly for people that are affected by having to drive over the Key Bridge and having to go around, and a lot of the stuff from the port getting shipped over to other ports nearby. So Mutha Truckers, definitely check out for that to make sure. So this is an extremely interesting one here. It's coming from Landline, right? It says trucking jobs surge in March despite current down cycle. So we're in a down cycle. Things seem to be spiraling poorly, but I guess there is a trucking job surge. So let's read into this article a little bit. It says, so far this year, trucking jobs are off to a strong start, with employment in the industry receiving a significant bump in March. According to the latest numbers from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, more than 5,000 trucking jobs were added to the economy in March. This marks the largest increase since September, when jobs went up by 8,000, and the second largest increase since last June, up 5,600. David Spencer, Vice President of Market Intelligence at Arrive Logistics, called March surge in trucking jobs baffling. He said that steady growth over the last several months suggests carriers are investing in drivers. Expecting a turn in trucking conditions, however, Spencer warns this increase in drivers can have unintended consequences. So let's read into this. It says 3 months in, trucking jobs are up more than 7,000 in 2024. At this time last year, more than 9,000 jobs were eliminated from the economy. Accounting for all transportation sector jobs, employment rose by a modest 1,200 jobs. So that's crazy, right? And it says, so far this year's transportation jobs are up by 20,000 in 2023. 17,500 jobs were lost by March, and nearly 69,000 jobs were eliminated for the year. So I mean, Yellow went out of business. I mean, there were so many big companies going out of business. So 69,000 jobs. So I guess going from last year when everybody lost their shirt from this year now, I guess there is a surge. Trying to figure that out because we just still feel like we're in a very bad market. But hey, we're just going off of the numbers. And so overall, hey, I mean, there's a small surge in trucking jobs in March, like they said, despite current down cycle. So just giving you guys this information. Mutha Truckers, comment down below. What are your thoughts about all this?